Hello. Lovely learners, once again I salute you and you are welcome to another wonderful lesson for our virtual learning. Today we are looking at something new. We are looking at circulatory system. And you know, as human beings or living things, we need to have certain life processes which will make life possible. And our system is made up of a whole lot of systems. I'm talking about, we have the respiratory system, circulatory system, digestive system, and the rest. But today we are looking at something which is circulatory system. Now at the end of this lesson, that is today's lesson, you should be able to explain the concept of circulatory system. You should be able to outline the functions of the parts of the circulatory system. And not only that, you should be able to differentiate between arteries and veins. You know, as human beings, we have blood in our system. And the blood cannot flow in the system without the circulatory system or the organs. And therefore, there's the need for us to study about the circulatory system so that we can understand the functions of the circulatory system or circulation of blood. So now let's move on with the system. What is circulatory system? Now, circulatory system is an organ system responsible for transporting materials throughout the entire body. Again, circulatory system is an organ system responsible for transporting materials throughout the entire body. Now, what are some of the materials that the system transports? We have food nutrients, we also have water, and we have the oxygen or air. These are materials or substances transported by, or that are transported by what? By the circulatory system. We have food nutrients such as carbohydrates, we have protein, we have fats, we have the oils, and we have the other vitamins and minerals. This means that the food we eat after digestion moves with the blood and flows in or flows through the entire body. Let's look at the components or parts of the circulatory system in humans. Now, the circulatory system in humans is made up of blood. We have the heart and the blood vessels. So, parts of the circulatory system, we have the blood, we have the heart, and we have the blood vessels. Now, you all know blood, and I hope you've seen blood before, and so you know what I'm talking about today. Now, let's look at the composition of the human blood, or what the blood is made of. You know, we have the blood plasma, which is the liquid part of the blood. We have the blood plasma, which is the liquid part of the blood. And we also have the blood cells or the corpuscles, which also forms the solid part of the blood. So it means that blood is composed of the solid materials and the liquid materials. And you know, the food we eat provides the body with blood. Even though blood is still in the body or blood is already in the body, the food we eat also contribute some amount of blood to the body. And therefore, I'll continue to urge you to eat well, to eat proper food, which can give the body enough or sufficient blood in order for the body to function or for you to be alive. Our blood is very important. Why? Because the blood fights against diseases that attack the body. And therefore, your blood must be very strong so that you can withstand any diseases that attack the body. And that is the composition of human blood. Now let's look at the next component of the circulatory system. We have the human heart. The heart is a pear-shaped organ found in the thoracic cavity or the chest region between the lungs. That is where the heart is situated. And therefore, there are certain parts of the body that we don't need to joke with at all, because these organs are very soft organs and their role is very important to the organisms or as living organisms. Now, the main function of the heart is to pump and distribute blood to all parts of the body. So we can see that without the heart, blood cannot flow to other parts of the body. And therefore, the heart is a very important organ. Once again, the heart pumps and distributes blood to all parts of the body. Now we have the structure or the parts of the human heart. Now please help me to explain the part of the heart. Now this is the normal heart, which looks like a pear shape. Now this is just a cross section or the sectional view of the heart. It means that when you cut the heart into two parts in a cross section form or view, this is what you see. Now we have the various tubes here, which are pipes, and this is where blood flows and is connected to the lungs, which also helps in what? The exchange of gases or oxygen and carbon dioxide. So we have the heart is divided into 4 chambers by what is called the septum. The septum divides the heart into 4 chambers, which we have the pulmonary veins, we have the which is made up of the left atrium, we have the right atrium, we have the left ventricle and the right ventricle. So these are the 4 main chambers of the heart. We have the atrium, both the right and the left atrium. And we also have the ventricles, which are situated at this region. So we have the pulmonary veins from lungs, this portion moving into the chamber or the heart chamber. We have the vena cava here. We also have the tricuspid valve. The valve here, the function of the valve is to prevent the backflow of blood. See, God is very wonderful. So once the blood flows, the valve seals the entrance, or it covers the entrance so that blood doesn't flow back. And that is the tricuspid valve. We also have the pulmonary veins from the lungs at this side, and we also have the aortic valve as well. So this is the part of the heart. As you can see, we also have another demonstration here. We have the outer region or the part. We are going to talk about the functions of this part in our next lesson. So today I just want to highlight some of the parts of the heart, or this is the cardiovascular system, that is the heart. So we have the veins or the tubes which connect to the heart. We also have the arteries. So the arteries are also veins, or sorry, they are also pipes or tubes which blood flows. So we have the veins and the arteries. We have the pulmonary veins. They are here at the upper part of the human body. We have the superior vena cava here at this region. We have the pulmonary arteries at this side. We also have the descending aorta here, this region. And we have the femoral artery. So in our next meeting, we are going to talk about the functions of this part. Now today, let's look at the next component or part of the human circulatory system. And this is the blood vessels. So the blood vessels are channels or tubes through which blood flows around the body. Blood cannot just flow anywhere. So God wonderfully made provisions for the blood. And the blood vessels is what we are talking about here, which helps in the transport of blood into the system or the body. So for the blood vessels, we have the three main vessels or types. We have the arteries. Arteries transport blood under high pressure from the heart to other parts of the body. So it means that the arteries are the tubes which transport blood away from the heart to all parts of the body. So example, if you have blood in the heart, the blood that flows from the heart to, let's say, the hand or your fingers, the tubes in charge are the arteries.